So I made a video, and in the video I was saying, look, you get to decide what this circumstance means. You get to decide. And so this diagnosis can be the best thing that ever happened to you in your life. Or it could be the thing that destroyed you, but you deciding right now, you don't have to wait to the future to decide, you know what? This thing is changing my life for the better. Okay, so I made that video, and then I posted it. And a response from a person on YouTube, they said they lived a very interesting life, but sometimes they think that we should just accept our karma. Okay, so the first thing that I asked them was, baby, tell me what it means to accept your karma. Because we use the same words, but we don't mean the same thing. And a whole lot of how I understand a word has exactly everything to do with my perspective, who taught me that word, the context they taught me that word. So what I want to understand from them before I share even more of my thoughts with them is, what do you mean when you say that? Because I really want to know, not because we're going to fight about the word karma or anything like that. I just want to know what they mean. Okay, so that's number one. Sometimes we have a disagreement on the edge of things because we're using the same word, but we don't mean the same thing. So I asked them that. And so here is what else I would like to add to what I said, still not knowing what they mean by karma. I, Brandy Moran, this kid right here in the car with you, baby, I don't have, the perspective I have is from this brain shooting out these eyes. That's my perspective. The perspective that this brain shooting out these eyes has in the natural is a filter that was given to me, handed to me by generations of people, by society in general, and by my mood right now. If all I'm doing is looking at a circumstance from the natural me, the regular old human bee, all I'm looking at is, I'm like, once upon a time TVs had pixels, and if you got up really close to the TV, all you saw were little colored dots. That's the only perspective I have as Brandy the human, right? In my natural. All right. So here's what I'm offering you, anyone, myself. I am offering to us that we do this thing, we say this thing, well, hindsight's 2020. It's not 2020. You have decided what it means by looking back and then deciding what dots to connect together. You decided it. You are actively deciding when you look back, and you decide what dots to put together. Active deciding. Here's what I am offering all of us. We don't need to wait. We don't need to wait until there are dots that we can decide which of these dots we want to join together. We can decide right now that whatever the dots end up looking like, we have decided it benefits us. Here's what I'm not saying, that it doesn't hurt right now. Here's what I am not saying, that your circumstance that you're in doesn't break your heart, make your body hurt, in your natural make you afraid. In your natural, look like the end of a relationship, that in the natural, it doesn't look like the end of a job or a livelihood or a destruction of a people. What I am not saying is that it doesn't suck right now. What I am saying is you get to choose whether you roll around in the suck and decide that right now, with your face jammed up against the TV, that this is all there is and it all equals bad. Because, baby, we're not smart enough. We're not smart enough to see right here, right now, and know what it looks like, what it feels like, the beautiful things that could have come out of it. We just don't have that ability in our natural selves. And here is the beautiful thing that you are given as a fractal of divinity, as a spiritual being. You get to get a point of view up above yourself, up above your human, up above your natural being. And you get to decide. Because here's the thing. When you decide that something is for you, even if you don't know how, even if you can't figure it out, because you're not supposed to figure it out, baby. But if you walk in the look, hope in the Bible isn't a, well, I sure hope. Hope is expectation. Expecting. I expect this is turning out for me, and it's turning out for me in the best way possible that I couldn't ever imagine. And quite honestly, I wouldn't have asked for this to be the way that it happened. There is zero chance that amazing things tend to happen to us because of only good circumstances, baby. That's not how it works in a life. It's never been how it works in a life. Never. You just get to decide. Everything happens for a reason. It doesn't mean that it's a good reason. And it doesn't mean that you like what happened. But you get to decide if it's the thing that ruined your life and destroyed you and continues to destroy you every time you think about it, or if it's a thing that changed your life in a way that you never could have imagined. In a beautiful way that, quite honestly, the way it happened was never what you would have wanted. You never would have chosen it, but you would choose this on the other end. That this was never the way you would have chosen it, but on this other end, you would choose it again. Do you know how this happens? You get to decide. You deciding. That's where your PowerPoint is right now, not in the future. It's now, it's now, it's now. It's now, baby. It's now. You choose. You wanna? Come play with us in Sturdy Hall. We're going to have catalyst calls. They're going to blow your mind. It's going to open up your mind to see things that you can't imagine right now in your natural, when your brain is being fed full of whatever the natural world wants to feed you. Well, if you can't see it, I'll believe it when I say it. Babe. No. All right? I'm Brandy Moran, mindset mentor, body sensation defunculator, madly in love with you. Boop. Come play with us.